Hello, Rick, new video. Today we want to take a look at the Hoenn Cup. This one is now available, unlike the Mega Master League, which took I think half an hour or something to get into the game, which was hilarious. Niantic doing Niantic stuff again. We're going to be able to take a look today at Shadow version of the Registeel. A lot of people made fun of me for getting this Pokemon, but literally if I wouldn't get this Pokemon, I would waste a pass, as we're going to see here some lag, which I think might actually impact this as well. Again, it's randomized how the games are displayed. I didn't look at this really. I just cut it together, so it's like around 15 minutes as always. The thing is, I actually went 5-0 with this immediately here, which kind of shows how good this team is. You can use, of course, the normal version of Registeel. There is no big difference between them other than the normal version is a little bit better against something like Altaria. Like those Pokemon that basically are good in the 2 shields, the normal version is better than the Shadow version. The Shadow version is better in the 0 shield, so it would be most likely even better closer than Elite. But I still kind of want to try out this team here because this team does make a lot of sense and it was really good. Like, I expect to see this team a ton of times. I saw this team actually a few times as well. So this is a very good team to use right now in the current meta. I don't know if I'm going to be able to win this game here though. I had quite a few times a lot of, like, yeah, I'm going to lose this game here. This was somewhere in the second set. I think that was my first game in the second set. I actually had quite a few times a lot of lag there, but still, it's something that usually happens actually when the league changes because more people start playing again. We had this way more often, like more commonly, that we have like whatever in the beginning of a league change. Back in the day, nowadays it's actually pretty decent. I think also because like every week it changes, or not every 2 weeks it changes, so it's a little bit more spread out for people. For like, for example, usually you have like a normal league 2 weeks in a row, and then it's kind of like people still play this league the day before. It's kind of not as impactful for the servers. But yeah, we're going to see here a very interesting team. I said already, if you didn't see that one before, I put on a top team video for the Hoenn Cup. This is the first team that I showcased, said that is most likely going to be the best team, and I stand by that. I think it's still going to be the best team here. It worked out really well. I had great positive results with this. Played 2.5 sets, and I think I went like, I don't know, let me think. I think I went like 10-3 or something. So was definitely a very good team to use. In general, this is just the core meta that you're going to face. You're going to face a lot of Registeel, you're going to face a lot of Sableye. Sableye was basically needy on every team as expected because there is not really a good answer for this. And then we're going to have the Altaria in the back, which you also know from the Open Great League. Those are all Pokemon that also work in the Open Great League, which is kind of funny actually. If you think about it, the top Pokemon from this meta are actually all the top Pokemon as well from the Open Great League. The Hoenn regional decks or whatever does actually have a lot of really good Pokemon for PvP, as you like have Medicham, you have the Sableye, you're going to have the Altaria, you have the Registeel, you have the Pelipper, you have the Swampert. Like literally so many of the top tier Pokemon are all from the 3rd generation of the game, which is kind of funny. You will see the Altaria going to be able to farm down the opponent's Altaria as we see the Deoxys coming in. Deoxys, I always say that when we face a Pokemon like this, has a very low HP stat. What that means is one-turn moves like we have on our team here with 2 Pokemon are actually way more effective than they are against like normal Pokemon. Here we will see the Sableye coming in against us. We are the Shadow version now, and this will allow us to do a lot more damage to the Sableye while they are going to be able to knock us out afterwards. But this is fine because we get them so low that I'm going to let this move go through. We should still be able to get to another charge move now with our Altaria against the opponent's Deoxys, and as soon as we get there, we should be able to win this game here as well. This is most likely going to even knock them out, and it does. It's going to win us the game here. Good game to my opponent. Next one coming in, we're going to see the Registeel. Against the Registeel, we see the Mirror. What I usually do here is I actually going to go ahead and go for the Focus Blast first, I think here. I'm going to be able to always win this matchup usually in the 0 shields, like in every shield scenario actually, because we have 15 attack on our Registeel, which is not ideal, but this is just the AV spread that I got for my Shadow Registeel. But actually I tried to catch the move here and my opponent did exactly the same. Like, how funny is that? We literally play completely identical so far. Sadly, they have a higher attack stat on their Sableye, which will be coming in clutch for them. That will be very beneficial. But I will expect that they're going to most likely have an Altaria in the back, so it's going to be an interesting one. What we can do now though is we can go ahead and farm them all the way down with our Registeel. Because they have an Altaria, they don't really want to come into their Altaria either, so I will be able to go for one charge move here. Going going to be the Focus Burst, and as we're going to be the Shadow version, the next Focus Burst should most likely already knock them out. I think usually a normal Registeel doesn't do that, but here our Shadow one going to be able to just knock them straight out of here. Goodbye there, Registeel, as we see the Altaria as expected coming in. We have the exact same team, but I have a Shadow version of the Registeel and they have a normal one, as we will be able to hit the Zapcan here, basically sealing the deal already, because it's going to do so much damage that we're going to be able to farm them all the way down with our own Altaria, winning this mirror match up here. Next opponent, Swampert in the lead. Horrible lead. You see a lot of horrible lead for us in those clips as well, and we came back from a lot of them, so you see already this team is very versatile. It can deal with a lot of bad situations as well, as we face off against a Warren now. We can go ahead, go for the foul play here, hopefully going to be able to do some decent damage here, but they're going to shield this move up, which is fine for me. I can let the move go through here, and what we're actually going to be able to see here is that we're going to be able to get to the CMP tie here. We can go for the return, which would knock them out for sure, but they don't want to let us realign, as they're going to go ahead and go for their own charge move, knocking us out with the Icicle Spear here, allowing us to go into our Registeel, and I will be able to reach the Focus Burst before they can get to the Earthquake in time. Earthquake takes 9 fast moves there for the first one, I think 8 for the second one, and I need only around 8 from them, so I get basically 1 free fast move where I can throw my charge move, because I would do the same P-tie. So this is all amazing. We see here now against us a Shadow version of the Sableye, where we're going to shield up the charge move. I can go ahead and go for the Sky Attack now. This move will do a lot of damage and knock them straight out of here. The Swampert doesn't really have a chance here anymore, not gonna lie. This Sky Attack going to already send them flying here, as this Sky Attack going to nuke them away, winning us this game. Hard counter lead again, and we still came back from that one. Next game coming in, we're going to see a Medicham in the lead. Honestly, horrible leads. I don't know, maybe this was the wrong one where I played it a little bit wrong. Let me see. Oh, is it actually? Let me see. I'm going to let this move go through here. It's going to be Dynamic Punch. This was the craziest game ever. No chance anymore. No chance anymore. Dynamic Punch from the lead there. Usually the preferred moveset in this cup is going to be Power Punch and Ice Punch, so I didn't expect that one. And the, then having the Shadow Gardevoir in the back is just wild. Completely hardwalling our team. I wish I would like to see what else they had in the back, but I don't think we would have ever got there. So that was a crazy game to lose. Here we're going to be able to get the debuff from the Zapcan against the opponent's Sableye, which is going to be amazing, as our own Sableye is going to have a greater time now against them. This foul play sadly does not put them into range yet, where I can farm them down before they can get to the next charge move here, sadly. So we're going to have to shield this move up. But we have a ton of energy now, and they're going to go ahead and go into the Altaria. Make a misplay here. I should have went for the return there, because I actually thought I would get to 2 foul plays, but sadly my health was just barely not enough. I need 1 more turn to survive, as we will be able to take this move here from the opponent's Altaria onto our Registeel. We can go into our own Altaria, and this will be a pretty decent timing, as we can shield up the move. Going to be a Sky Attack. I will be able to farm them all the way down and see what's going to be in the back. I expect a Swampert in the back, because Altaria lead usually has a Swampert in the back, and they do have a Swampert in the back. Predicting the opponent's teams is very important. This was only possible to most likely win this game here. I actually don't know if I win this game, just because I predicted that they're going to have a Swampert in the back. Those predictions can go wrong, not gonna lie. A lot of times they're gonna go wrong, because they cannot predict everything. But if something makes sense, it is definitely something that you should consider trying to play for. And this was my win con here, and catching the move was my win con as well. Actually, catching the move was completely unnecessary. I just wanted to kind of flex on the opponent there, because I could have also just locked on them down the entire way. It didn't matter at all. We see the Registeel coming in here, allowing us to always win this matchup if we want to. And actually, I should just stay in here and double shield, because actually, never mind. They're going to let this move go through, which means I can farm them all the way down. But I'm going to farm them all the way down here with my own Sableye. Going to be able to now realign between my 2 Pokemon. Going to be amazing there, as we're going to see the opponent coming in to their own Altaria, allowing us to now at least go for a return, putting them into around the yellow health range, I would say. Exactly, just barely there. Even after the debuff, we still get them to the 50% mark here. Of course, you're going to go ahead, go into our Registeel, and this Registeel will have hopefully a decent time. We can go for the Zapcan here now against the opponent's Deoxys. This is still not looking too good though. Zapcan coming through, going to get no debuff here sadly, but again, they have a low HP stat, which means that 1 turn fast moves is going to do more damage compared to other Pokemon with their bulk. But here we're going to be able to go ahead and let this rock slide go through. I can go for one sky attack, but I'm actually going to go ahead and let this move go through as well, because it's going to be a psycho boost. This was not a rock slide yet. I noticed it as well, and I can go ahead and go for one sky attack here. Don't know if this was the smartest play I've ever done, but let's see. We're going to be able to go for another charge move against the opponent's Altaria here as well. Sky attack coming through, going to get shielded. I should have swapped out here already. I don't know why I did that. But I should hopefully be able to reach a move in time. I'm going to shield it up just in case it's already a Moonblast. It's going to be a Sky Attack. They're going to go straight for another charge move, which is wild because Sky Attack does not put me into range. They had to go for the Moonblast. And lucky for me, this will allow us to win us the game there. Very good game to my opponent here. Next opponent coming in, Shadow. Registeel so far doing a ton of work. Registeel against Registeel again, but ours is having our cool aura here as they're going to go ahead and go into a Deoxys. I misplay this matchup, I think, because I think, at least, okay, I don't really misplay it too much, but they're going to go ahead and go for the Psycho Boost here. I was like, this is already another rock slide. It's a Psycho Boost, so it doesn't really matter too much, but I could have thrown earlier, avoided this extra damage. I could have undercharged here as well, but I didn't really want to. Yeah, like, it's still good. It should be fine. As we see the Registeel from the opponent coming in here, they're going to have to take a ton of foul plays. They would theoretically be able to farm me all the way down, I guess, but they have to shield up for that. So I don't know if they want to throw here or if they just want to keep it alive. They're going to go into their Medicham. I can go for another foul play here, allowing me to now go into my own Altaria, which has a great matchup against the opponent. Going to let the first move go through. My only lose con here is if they go for the Power Punch. I shield the Power Punch and they go later for the Ice Punch, which would knock us out. One Ice Punch we can easily take. Sky Attack we can definitely hit at the opponent as well. As they're going to go ahead and go for the next Ice Punch here, I can shield this one up. They can, I think, get to another charge move here in time, sadly, which means that we have to farm them all the way down now. I'm going to go ahead and go for the charge move though, because they swap out here. That's kind of interesting. I think I'm going to be able to knock them out, I thought, but nope. I will be able to catch the move on my Sableye. We say goodbye to that Focus Blast. I can go ahead and go into my own Registeel, and we can say goodbye to the opponent's Medicham here. So goodbye there. That's going to be a pretty easy game there, winning us that one. Good game there. Next opponent coming in, we will see the Registeel against Registeel. Very, very decent one for us, of course, as we will be able to win this always in the 2-shield scenario, just going straight Focus Blast. There's nothing that they can do about this because we win CMP. This time around, they don't throw immediately. I thought I'd catch the Focus Blast here. Of course, we're going to be able to catch the Zapkin instead now, and they can go ahead and go into their own Altaria. I tried to reach the return there. Sadly, wasn't able to do that. I can hit only the foul play, and I will be able to go back into my Registeel now. Registeel, shield advantage. Still going to take a lot of damage here. Altaria's damage is not to underestimate. As you can see here, we're going to get low. Should have thrown earlier. I think I went for one over, which I shouldn't have done. And now the CMP tie can hurt me a little bit, but the Zap Cannon is still going to do a ton of damage. We see Sableye coming in. We see the Registeel coming back in here. And now it's going to be a tough one to still win. The the Sky Attack is coming through here. Going to do some nice damage. Hopefully they don't debuff us. I think shielding the Zapcan is the best play for me right now. And they're going to not debuff us here. We will be able to now shield up the next one as well. It's going to be another Zapcan. They're going to debuff us this time around, I think. And I will be able to go for one Sky Attack here. That will do some decent damage and knocking them straight out. They're going to go back into the Sableye. I have to try to catch the move here. I sadly was not able to do that, but they're still going to throw, which is amazing for me, as this foul play going to go basically to waste. I think they would have been able to farm me all the way down in time, but this Sky Attack coming through now, going to get shielded. We can go for another one. Is this enough to knock out the opponent? It is not, but we will be able to farm them all the way down, winning us this game. And now we can already go for the final one. Like, those battles were so fast in my opinion. Like, I don't know, like, it felt so quick to commentate today here that I'm kind of excited for the last one. Here, this is how you usually would play out against a Medicham lead, at least in my opinion. They go for the Power Punch, you can swap out into your Sableye, you have a great matchup here, you're going to be able to face now the Altaria, and you have a Focus Blast stored onto your own Registeel, which is going to be very nice. The foul play coming through, going to do a lot of damage. I should have thrown earlier here already to force a shield, but no, they're going to force a shield from myself. I will be able to go for another foul play though, and I will be able to most likely force 2 shields from the opponent or knock out the opponent here as well, which will be nice, and I can force another shield here. Let's see, do they shield this move up as well? They do, and now we're in a pretty decent spot. as I can go ahead, go for the Focus Blast I thought, but they're actually going to swap out immediately, allowing me to go for one and charge move here. Zap Cannon going to get the debuff as well, but they can go for one Ice Punch here still. Still going to let this move go through because it's going to do less damage than a Moonblast would do, as I will be able to farm them all the way down. We see now the opponent coming in with their own Taria, and now we will see what they have in the back. And it's going to be the Pelipper. And I thought I will win this game, but then we have the Slack here, and the Slack going to kind of put me off guard there because I don't know how much energy they had, and also I think I lost some fast boost there again. But luckily we win with 1 HP in NiRiain. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section if you're also playing the Hoenn Cup right now. And you have a Registeel actually. Did you go for the Registeel, or do you rather keep your Rocket Radar? Let me know in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.